Okay. Okay. We're going. We're going. We are live. Alright. So. This is a replay because I couldn't match into a lobby while I was live streaming.
Welcome.
But this is the first game I played after I tried live streaming. And
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Let's just lower that volume real quick. We'll watch this just from my perspective. I was checking on something here, because I had a huge lag spike there for a moment, and I realized that 2 people were top laning here, so I decided that I would mid lane, which I don't really often do in this game. But as you can imagine, the title isn't really an exaggeration. I kind of do ascend to the realm of godhood in this video, in this game. And it literally gets to a point where instead of being a laner, I basically just decide to go wherever and kill whatever and whoever I want. So here I'm demonstrating that my ability is hella broke, because if I retrieve my soccer ball, I can just immediately use that ability again with no cooldown. So if it and the thing is, it bounces off enemies. So if it bounces off of an enemy and back into me, I immediately can use my ability again. So I got it like 3 or 4 times in a row to just bounce off of my enemy and then come back to me. But here so far I have bought attack speed, and I've bought I've bought some lifesteal, and now I've bought some physical attack damage. Whoops. Oh, this is embarrassing. You didn't miss much. I think we just had an on and off again engagement.
Resurrecting soon.
So I wish I could see the numbers of oh, I can. Yeah, so the numbers of damage I'm doing is they're not amazing right now, but it gets ridiculous pretty quickly. So yeah, that did a lot of damage, but she decided to run away from me, and I hit her with my ult because I was just like, well, maybe there's minions over there that it'll bounce off of and kill her, but there were not. But I do have lifesteal, so I'm just gonna, here I just decide I'm gonna keep fighting minions, build some gold, get more money, and recharge my health, because lifesteal is amazing in this game. This game actually reminds me a lot of Vainglory before they nerfed the Serpent's Mask to hell, because specifically there was a couple of things that were really dumb. Things that come to mind was Machine Gun Ringo and Krull were really crazy back in early days of Vainglory, because they could build so much attack damage and so much lifesteal. Krull especially, because he had natural lifesteal, and Tornado Trigger was crazy. And yeah, the early days of Vainglory were dark times, and I almost died there. But this game reminds me a lot of early days of Vainglory, because nothing is balanced and everyone's broken. So for some reason this person decides not to take advantage of their clearly higher health and their long-ranged abilities here to take me out, so they just let me get some free hits off. And then they just kind of sit there and take those hits for no real good reason. My team has lost a turret in bottom and top lane by this point. So for some reason my attack went through 3 enemies there. Also now I have, let's check what I've got. I've got attack damage, and I've still only got the attack damage and the lifesteal and the attack speed so far. But I believe now I have more attack speed and a little bit more damage, but it gets to a point later in this round where my damage just gets to a point of it not mattering, I at one point actually get into a fight with a jungle minion, and it actually cannot even damage me because I'm healing myself with my lifesteal way too fast for it to actually be able to do any real significant damage to me. And this person just kind of gives me that free kill there, and then I can recharge my health, because you do have just a health spell. It's not shown here, but down in your bottom right, you do actually just have a regen instead of having potions that you use. You just have a regen that's on a cooldown, and it scales with how much health you have. So you just always have that, and it's pretty good. And it should probably be nerfed, because there's a couple times in this where I win fights because of it. Not in this specific round, but in this game I have won fights because of it. And it doesn't take up an item slot either, so it's pretty good. But I mean, everyone has it, so it's pretty good. At this point, I actually went up to top lane because I realized that the other Bruno was kind of kicking my my team around. So the enemy Bruno was kind of kicking my team around, so I decided to end him. I get the assist there, not the kill, but I got the assist. I helped him out with these minions, got some health back, and then I saw that the cannon girl, Harley Quinn looking girl, she was back in mid lane, so I went back to take care of that. And I just kind of ate that there. But you got a little glimpse of what my ult does. My ult doesn't actually like work like you would imagine it does. So my ult does not end if I die. It only ends after like an absurd amount of time, or after the opponents get too far away from it. So my ult bounces between opponents over and over and over until it runs out of people to bounce on. But that does not include bouncing on people multiple times. So literally, eventually, it'll just either kill all but like one person or everyone, or they'll just spread out far enough to where it stops killing their entire team at once. But yeah, it doesn't really end when I die, so I have in this game before gotten like team kills while I was dead, because the opponents were just standing there by some minions, grouping up, swarming the mid lane, and they weren't prepared for it, and they just took so much damage so quickly, and it was kind of nuts. But as you can see now, I'm doing like 600 damage on a crit, and like 400 damage or so sometimes normally. So it will actually just get to a point where I just decide to start going wherever I want and doing whatever I feel like, because nothing can actually kill me. If you watch like this guy right here is actually, I think this is my only death. And no, actually I don't even die here. So, oh, I survived that, but I know I die once. Have I died already? No, I know I die once, and I think it's coming up. When I think I just try to go and I'm gonna fight this guy in mid. I think I just walk up to him and I'm just like, yeah, I could take you, and then he just annihilates me. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. So I just die and I was like, oh, okay, didn't quite expect that. So what happens next actually is you'll see over here, these two start trying they start taking our last bottom lane turret, but they just ignore the turret for a little bit too long, and they just kind of run around for a bit. These are actual people, by the way. These are not bots. These are just people playing the game and being this bad. So one of them just dies from the turret. and then the other one kills my teammate, and the other one, being a glass cannon, decides it's a good idea to fight me. And then from this moment on, I basically just ascend into Godhood, because this guy's there. I'm like, oh, that's low health pick. Just, you have no defense, out of here. And then I get a triple kill just kind of for free, pressing basic attack. And as you can see now, my damage is currently like astronomically insane, with lifesteal stacked on top of it. So, as you can imagine, look, I'm doing like 700 damage on a crit, and then like sometimes I'm doing like damage on top of that. Oh. And then here, just me and my Reign of Terror. I just go around, and here's the enemy. He just actually can't deal damage to me because I heal faster than he can. Faster than he can actually deal damage to me. So I take this guy. I just kind of take him. I'm just like, yeah. At this point, he just kind of lets me beat the hell out of him. And as you can see, my attack animation is playing at speeds much higher than it was ever meant to be played at, as evidenced by the fact that I don't finish my animation before starting the second one. So yeah, that's why my movement's all tricky. I never noticed. I typically don't see many characters outside of like the same 4 or 5, like the same 5-ish in this game, but I guess that guy might be free and probably easy to use. And at this point, I have ascended to Godhood, and I decide to go around and do whatever I want because no one's actually gonna be able to stop me. Like, I was just like, I actually went into this 2v1 to see if they could stop me. Like, I just kind of felt like a god at this point, and I just went into this fight to see if I could be stopped, and as it turned out, I could not. Because I just do way too much damage, and I'm just like, I'll solo ult you, I don't care. So it actually just gets to a point of me just going and doing whatever I feel I should. I probably could have taken the Lord by myself at this point. I was doing so much damage and healing so fast. I probably could have taken the Lord by myself. I'll probably do that in the next video, try and build to a point where I can take the Lord by myself. But I'm currently going 10-1-1, and then I start hitting this guy through a wall. I accidentally hit that. I'm going after this guy. I think he's running away, so I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just take this jungle minion, and again, can't even hurt me. I'm healing way faster than it can damage me. Just kill that guy anyway. And then I go and I just decide to take this turret by myself because I can, and no one's gonna stop me. And I think actually by this point the enemy had decided to surrender, and I'm doing like upwards of 1,000 damage on every hit, on every crit, and with my attack speed, that's pretty frequent. So yeah, and I actually go down here to try and participate in this big old fight, but the game actually ends before I can get there. No, I actually take out this guy and the Bruno, and then I think they actually just quit. So that is how you, that is the way of, as you can see, I got MVP. I had a 14 KD. So yeah, this game is rather silly. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll do some more of this stuff if you want it. I can do some of this stuff with my friends at school. This game is ridiculous. In case you're wondering, the game is called Mobile Legends Bang Bang. And yes, it is as easy as it looks. This game is kind of idiotically simple. And somehow people are still terrible at it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more of whatever I happen to do next. And I'll see all of you guys later.